Yeah. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some trouble. Niggas in the lobby. Oh! We're gonna cut it right there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the dungeon. Welcome back to the dungeon. Listen, I had to go ahead and play this. I was on my way home. This came on. I was like, man, this is gonna be a perfect theme out here for this game coming in tomorrow. Right? Look, we come out here. Listen, we don't want no problems. We don't want no problems. But guess what? If you step up with some, we're gonna give you everything that you want, and then some. So that's what it's gonna be. So don't start none, won't be none. So we seen guys already out there chirping a little bit, talking their big boy game and whatnot, and being intimidating. Oh, this is a promise and all that. We ain't worried about none of it. Not one thing. So you won't no problems. Believe it. So we're gonna get into it to the 5 keys of victory, offense and defense. That's what we're gonna do this week. Okay, it is a must against just one of these better teams, up and coming teams that's young and hungry and have a lot of talent on it. We understand that. But guess what? They coming up in their own head. That's what they're gonna come do. The GEHA field, they're gonna come fill it. And the way I look at it, man, all these guys is coming out of these these dome places. You know, they dome and it's nice and plush, weather controlled. It's nice and warm down there in Texas. But guess what? This cold weather in Kansas City going to hit them dead in their mouth. So they ain't going to just get a little bit of us coming right at them. They're going to get a whole lot of this cold. We see what they're going to do when they put their little scarves on and, they nice little hoodies and, they hand warmers. They try to, furry hand warmers and whatnot, try to stay warm. Put a little, the lip gloss on to try to stay and keep their lips from getting chapped. Okay? But guess what? We're going to bloody them lips. That's what we're going to do. How about that? Okay? So let's go ahead and start out with number 1 right here. Okay? Look, keys to victory. Oh, I forgot to write it up here. What we doing? This is on offense, so we know and everybody understands what this thing is. Offense, baby. Yes, sir. Hey, that is the word of the day. Offense. That's what it's going to be. All right, we're going to start at number 1. Okay, what we have to do against this very talented defensive front, all right, we must dominate up front and play bully ball. It's got to be bully ball against these guys. DeMarco Ryans has a well-oiled machine since he's gotten there. I have a lot of respect for this man. Played against him for a few years. I know what he's about. I know what he brings to the game. Okay? He's a man of faith. He makes sure those guys are ready. But I guarantee he understands this. Going against Andy and coming up there in Arrowhead in Kansas City is a whole different animal. It's a whole different beast is what's going on. Okay? So we got to go up there and dominate up front. That's what has to happen. Our offensive line. Offensive line, O-line. You are called out this week. You are called out this week. Because we know number 2 is got to be a must for us. So protect PM15 at all costs. That's what it's got to be. Protect PM15 at all costs. The man is around there hobbling. He's got a heart of a champion, a body of a hero, a mind of a slayer, a hero, a warrior. That's what he is. PM15 is that guy. You could call him, look, the Terminator. We done called him the Grim Reaper. PM15 right now, he's going to come out there and he's going to sling the ball around. But O-line, we must protect PM15 at all costs. If he comes out there and play, he's going to be the guy, PM15 protected. If it's Carson Wentz, if he decide to get back there, I don't care who it is, just back there, catching the football, okay, getting the height set to him, protect him at all costs, O-line. You got the call out this week. Who's going to put the sombrero on? That's the question. All right, number 3, we have to run the football. right down their throats. I've said this last week, probably the past few weeks. You know how I feel about this. I don't mind wearing my heart on my sleeve. And I said, we have to run the football. We got to dominate up front is what it has to happen. We got Isaiah Pacheco and we got Kareem Hunt. There's no reason we shouldn't be running the football at least 25 times or better. At least 25 times. So I'll make sure I write that down. Plus 25 carries. That's what it's got to be. It's got to be at least 25 carries for us this week. Okay? We can throw the ball all around, but we got to establish our running game. We have to. That's what got us in the whole thing with Pat and him being over here hobbling. Because we decided we weren't going to do the practical thing to run the football. Two jogging us like that, we ain't running the ball. Come on now. Come on. Offensive coaches, step up this week. Got to see you, Andy, Nagy. Let's see it. Let's see it. Number 4. Woo! Yes, sir. This is the Hollywood and Texas Roadrunner show. Yes, sir. Beep, beep. That's what I want to see. I want to see the times that we do throw it, that Pat drops back. I want to see him launch it. It's time for Xavier Worthy, and I'm my man Hollywood Brown. Welcome to the stage, baby. Hollywood, this is your time. Right now, Hollywood, got to see at least 25 snaps or 25% of the snaps, 240, somewhere like that. You ready to go? You ready to fly? Turn him loose, Andy. Turn him loose. Let's go up top early on these guys. We know they got a very talented secondary. We're going to challenge these guys. That's what's going to happen. Challenge them, okay? Hollywood and Texas Roadrunner show. Got to do it. Number 5, more score at least 75% of the red zone. It's non-negotiable. That's a non-negotiable. We get down in the red zone, we must score at least 75% of our time. 75%, okay? That's the way it's got to look, especially against this team. We got to get everything established, everything cooked up the right way that we want to go ahead and get it cooked up the right way. But part of that is running the football, protect PM15, all right? Hollywood and Texas Roadrunner show. We got to do those things. O-line, it's your job. This is your week. What are you going to do? What are you going to say about it? Somebody's putting out there, and it is a threat. I don't care if it's saying a promise or not, okay? Tongue-in-cheek type, we don't do that. We don't play them games, okay? Say what you say and stand beside it. Stand behind it. You make sure you do it. You talk with your chest when you say it, okay? O-line's going to be ready for these guys this week. They are going to be ready. So let's go to the defensive side of the ball real quick.
All of our listeners and viewers out there, go to the link in the description, Underdog Fantasy. You guys can click the link and also use the promo code Chief Concerns to get in on this and deposit $1 and you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and make your picks in our 2 picks of the week. Or Xavier Worthy, higher than 3.5 receptions, and Kaimi Fairbairn, higher than 1.5 field goals made. And if you guys listen to our rationale behind our parlays, you guys will love the rationale behind these picks for your 2-pick Underdog Fantasy bet or selection.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We know defensively, we had a hell of a time last week. A hell of a time running around making plays. And guess what? This week going to be the same. It's going to be the same this week. That's what we're looking for. Okay? Look, we don't back up from nobody. I don't care who it is. I don't care who shows up, who's in the backfield, who's catching the daggone football. It don't matter. Everybody get the same business. That's the way it works. You decide to come up here and challenge the Kansas City Chiefs, guess what? Challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Come on with it. Come on with it. Very talented offense they had. We understand that. We know some of the guys that they're playing with. We done played against them, right? Number 1 key, hey, Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon. Guess what? We got something for Joe. We got something for Joe. That's what we do. We got something for Joe, man. Joe done seen it. Joe done been hitting him out several times. When he was up there in Cincinnati, trying to run a route, get on the inside. We've always done a great job against him. Joe Mixon ain't been the one that's beaten us in those games before. You know, when the Bengals, when they take their little, victories during the season and then get beat during the playoffs, when they running around and having a good time with it, they want to talk about the Chiefs. Joe Mixon was that guy. Well, we used to punch him in the mouth. You know the one who used to hurt us? Sam J.P. Ryan. You know where he's at? If you're a Chiefs fan, you already know where he is. He's with us. He's on our squad. He's on our side. We stop Joe Mixon, hey, have him, man. That joker lay down on you. He will lay down on you. We know that. So we done hit Joe in the mouth before. We got something for him. Number 2, we must bring pressure from everywhere. What does that mean, Coach Dunn? JD, what does that mean, bring pressure from everywhere? That means we are blitzing, okay? Linebackers, safeties, corners. That's what we're going to do. Pressure from the inside, D-line, defensive tackles, defensive ends. Everybody, it's going to be a pressure amount of game. Against a young cat in C.J. Stroud, very talented quarterback. Love everything about him. I do. But one thing I do know about him, too, you start bringing pressure to him, that joker fold up, too, like a cheap suit. He'll do it, too. We understand that. And we'll see it. We must bring pressure from everywhere. Spags, dial it up, baby. Dial it up, Spags. You make sure they understand when you want to fight with us, it is a real fight. It's going to be right there to the death. We ain't leaving you nothing. Ain't going to be no scraps left over. We taking everything is what's going to happen. They're going to find out. Texans going to find out. Number 3, what we have to do. We must challenge their receivers and tight ends. Got to challenge them. Challenge their wide receivers and tight ends. Now, we understand. Nico Collins is a very talented wide receiver. I've been watching him. Just watching how he's been getting open, how he's catching the football. He stays on the move. He's very quick, silky smooth. He's got a great grasp of how to get open, okay? The thing is, we got to go ahead and get him man on man right there in his hip pocket. Give him Trent McDuffie. Trent McDuffie, lockdown corner, give it to him, Nico Collins. Put it on him. The next guy we got to stop over there, Tank Dell. Tank Dell, fast as, lightning, okay? You should call them little water bugs, beep, 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 all over the place. That's Tank Dell, okay? We stop him, we're going to make sure he folds up too. Tight end, Schultz. Very good tight end, catch the football. That's about all he's going to do. He going to block to save his life. He'll try to attempt to block, but you can toss that joker out of the kitchen every chance you get. Hit him dead in his mouth. That sucker go down too. So we got to make sure we just challenge the wide receivers and tight ends. All right? Number 4 thing we have to do with this offense, against this offense. Create turnovers. Got to create turnovers. Got to create turnovers. On their side of the ball defensively, they're one of the top in the league. I think number 2 in the league in turnovers, okay? Last week, we seen 6 of them. 6 takeaways. And the thing is, I heard Justin Reed talking about, man, they gave everybody a ball hawk mentality. A ball hawk mentality. Guess what? He's playing against his old team. Guess what? Charles Menahu playing against his old team. There's some guys out here who's going to be hungry this week. You think Justin Reed ain't going to be ready? He's ready to light somebody straight up. Mixon come in there, high toes like this, yeah! Take that sucker's chin off. Wide receiver come across the middle, Justin Reed, Jay Reed, go at him. Take their chest down. That's what you do. And I want to see it right there. So we know we must create turnovers. Last week had 6. Hey, this week, I want to see half of that. How about that? Can we get 3? I think we get 3 this week. I really do. Like I said, they're going to be walking around with their little hand warmers and stuff like that because, they ain't used to it. They ain't used to those things, right? They like it nice and plush, nice and warm in that area like that. Ain't going to be none of that. Come around by second or third quarter, them suckers going to give up. They're going to be wish they was home. They're going to get back on the plane and the bus back to Houston. That's what's going to happen, okay? Going to knock the wind out of them. That's what's going to happen, okay? All right? Number five, what we had to do in the red zone, right? I said, well, we want 75% on the offensive side. Defensively, we got to make sure, hold them to less than 50% success in the red zone. How about that? Holding less than 50% in the red zone. Now, I put up here what I felt it's going to be for us, okay? I have it, our score, I can put it up here somewhere. (28-17) Chiefs. 28-17 Chiefs is what the score is going to be. That's what's going to happen. So we got to make sure we understand. When we play tomorrow, we make sure that we welcome into our home. I must humble abode. We're going to give you the star treatment, red carpet, come and have a good time, maybe feed you some barbecue and whatnot. And after that, we're going to pull the rug right from underneath your legs and your feet. That's what's going to happen. All right? We don't want you getting warm at all. We don't want to see it. You're going to have a warm bench over there, but guess what? We're going to cool everything off on you. Every chance you get, every time you step out there, it is going to be a fist fight. I'm going to tell you right now, don't you ever threaten our quarterback like you just did again. Don't you ever do it. We're going to make you pay for that. We're going to make you pay for it. So guess what? Hey, you ask for problems, you better get them. You're going to receive everything you wanted. That's what's going to happen. So get ready. Get ready, Chiefs Kingdom. Get ready. Tomorrow's going down. We got to make sure of that. So I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't hear anybody say, well, we just wanted to challenge with stuff like that. No, that ain't what it was. Hey, that's not what it was. That's not what you wanted. You wanted problems. I want zero problems, big fella. Yep. If I see you, hey, come in. Oh. See y'all in a minute. Y'all just asked for some problems, and y'all gonna get everything you asked for. Merry Christmas to you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.